Hi, this is Jason from Argotechnik. I just want to show you very quickly how to detect if you have a Macintosh that's infected with the Flashback Trojan. So there's a couple ways to do this. There's a hard way and an easy way. The original page describing the Trojan itself is from F-Secure. This is the page here, and it's got the manual removal instructions, and they're not easy. They require users to go in using a utility called Terminal. And if you're not familiar with Terminal on the Mac, then it can get a little bit tricky on how to use it. So I'm going to show you very quickly how to detect whether your Mac is infected. So these instructions, there's 13 steps here. And what you have to do is first of all, you want to start Terminal. And Terminal is in your Utilities folder. And it's this application right here. It goes straight to what we call the command line. And so basically, once you get to a prompt that has, it's going to have the name of your computer, and then the name of the user, and then a cursor. And so you're going to just, very, very simple, you're going to take the first, it says run the following command in Terminal. You go right to the page, okay, and copy it. And literally paste it right into Terminal, like that, and then hit return. Okay, and the first thing that it says here, you can see that this domain default pair, which is basically referring to this piece right here, does not exist. Okay, so it says here, take note of the value DYLD. We don't have that value. Then proceed to step 8 if you got the following error message. We did. The domain is not found. So that's a good sign. That means that Trojan horse library, that malware library, is not there. Okay, so let's go right to step 8 and do the same thing we just did before. So we're going to highlight this, copy. I'm doing a right click now to paste this in, and click return, hit return, and it also says it does not exist. So it says, take note of this result. Your system is already clean of this variant if you got an error message similar to the following. And we did. Okay. So this Macintosh that I'm using here is not affected. What I want to do is show you another way to detect it. If you don't want to go into the command line and use Terminal, you can go to a utility that was created by, and I found this utility off the 2ah.com page, which is the unofficial Apple weblog, and they did a post here on their talkcast, and they posted a link to this utility. And all this will be in the post. You'll have all these links for you in the post. So this link here goes to a utility called Test for Flashback. And that's going to download right here. So Test for Flashback okay, so that's this app right here, Test for Flashback. And that just landed in my downloads folder. So when I run Test for Flashback, it's going to ask me, it's from the internet. Are you sure you want to open it? Yes. If 2ah is using it, then it's probably okay. And this is just a tiny little utility that will detect. And here it says immediately your computer is not infected. So that's all there is to that. So let's quit that. So we know that this particular Mac is not infected. That's great, right? So we can exit out of Terminal. Okay. So once you know that your Mac is not infected, you definitely want to go ahead and run your system updates, and I'll show you quickly which ones we want to see. And this Macintosh is running Mac OS 10 Snow Leopard 10.6.8. So it's not running the current version of Mac OS 10, which is Lion. Okay, so let's actually take a look at the updates you do want to install. The one that you particularly want to pay attention to for Snow Leopard is Java for Mac OS 10, 10.6, Update 7. Once you run that update on your Mac, you will no longer be vulnerable to the Flashback Trojan. So you definitely want to install that update. And that's basically how you do it. What I am looking for is someone who is infected. If you are infected out there, let me know. What I'd like to do is help you clean that infection, and if possible, take a video of that so I can show other people how to do it. So this is the update that you need to run. So I would click install 4 items and go ahead and reboot the machine, and then you're done.